And I'm just like, this is my queen space, boo. Ain't nobody about to come up in here sideways, disrespecting, talking any kind of way, like, come correct. Just be like, look, you got to remind yourself sometimes, like, you that bit. Okay. Don't ever let nobody tell you you're not that beat. Okay. So, how are you? How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well, wherever you are, whatever it is that you happen to be watching this video. Okay. We're back for another video. In today's, I thought we could discuss mindfulness tools that I'm currently loving. I've done two previous videos like this where I discuss like affirmations, the music that I'm using for visualization and manifestation. So this one won't be any different, but if you'd like to kind of get the backstory on what we're going to be talking about today, go ahead and watch them videos. You know what I'm saying? So, all right. So let's get into this. I guess I'll start with a little update, kind of how I did in the seasonal depression one. Um, Nothing too interesting has really changed outside of the fact that I haven't really been doing my routine. Now, I think that's because I'm really investing a lot of my energy into the YouTube game and grind. Definitely join the Patreon if you want to find out about that because the what happened this week um, live streams, Patreon only live streams, I do give like kind of like small business updates and diaries. So, tips and tricks that I'm learning behind the scenes as we navigate YouTube. So, yeah, I have, and I said it in the last week's live stream at the time that is that I'm recording this, that I just want to get back to my routine. I haven't done it for probably like 2, 3 months, whatever. How long was Saturn in retrograde? Because I feel like that whenever it started to go retrograde was when I started to like not do my routine, and now it's about to go direct. So thank goodness for that, child. Because oof, I need it. I need it. I need to get back on my whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, so yeah, I haven't been doing my yoga, meditation, um, none of that. And every now and then, like, because I first of all, I don't feel like I need it as much, but I would like to implement it because I know my cycles, right? Becoming aware of my cycles, like we talked about in the seasonal depression video. I do want to get ahead of it. So, in the event that that does happen, I am prepared. So, that is kind of where I'm at. So, every now and then, I will in the morning, I'll just kind of have my own thing. I guess the best way I can explain it is like since this season of life, I've been more output, like an out in a phase of like outputting energy with everything that I'm creating and then like publishing and all that. Um, I feel like I still do find those moments to have just like a mindful moment. Hey, I'm not trying to even plug the channel, child, but I do find these moments to just say to myself, before I start outputting my energy and exerting all of that, just some personal affirmations for myself, like my standard ones, nothing new. So I don't have any additional ones to say today. Um, so yeah, just my standard ones that I do, and so that's been nice. Like at least right when I wake up, I just have my moment of gratitude, and then some other shifts that I've done is just I think like doing my mindfulness things with doing something else. Does that make sense? So like in the shower, listening to my affirmations, meal prepping, listening to my affirmations. Does that make sense? So that's what I've been doing, instead of just sitting down and like not doing anything while doing that. But I want to get back to that place. So that's kind of the little update there. I don't want to spend too much time on that. So I have done some affirmations. I'm trying to think though, like, I feel like they've kind of just been the same ones. So for me right now, here, let me look it up. I don't want to lie to y'all and tell y'all the wrong one. So I don't remember if this was mentioned in the seasonal depression video, but uh, some of the an affirmation episode that I'm doing, Affirmation Pod, is the podcast where I get affirmations from. So I did this past season because I kind of been doing these videos quarterly. So, and we're like in the fall half right now. So, affirmation wise, I don't remember, like I said, if this was in the seasonal depression video or not, but affirmations for turning to the positive, those have been on replay. In addition to I am living in my brilliance, which I remember discussing in the last video like this. And then I am going to be integrating, to help me get back onto my routine. I'm going to be integrating their episodes. I am successful and my attention is here. And that I kind of see it because, again, I want to get back on track, but also I feel like I just feel good. Where last time in the seasonal depression video, I was kind of saying like how things feel so far away. I feel like I'm just putting things out and I'm not seeing a reward with it. Um, and while it can be hard, I do want to adopt more of like a positive mindset around everything. I am kind of, I think, like already in that space of I just know it'll work out. Does that make sense? It's like I just feel aligned and I know it's going to work out. So I really am not worrying about it anymore. I'm just like putting out content and yeah, trusting wherever that goes. So that is why I do want to integrate those episodes because I do want to focus more on just like being present and being in my element, in my flow of creation and outputting energy. Does that make sense? So that's what's going on with affirmations. And then for music is has been more accessible for me right now as far as mindfulness tools, and music is a mindfulness tool for me because that is the I feel like the most prominent and noticeable way that I manifest. So I am a visualizer. I think that's why I style because it's like I can see in my head a good photo, like, and I can see an outfit coming together in my head, right? Like, I don't know, but that's how things come to me. Okay. I guess it's like clairvoyance. Is that clairvoyance? Which one is it? There's like so many clairs, right? I don't remember which one it is. But basically, in my third eye, I see things. Okay. And so that is how I manifest, is just through visualization and really feeling like I'm in that moment. I can take myself, like transport myself to somewhere mentally. And so I really like that. So music helps me with that. It like gets me in that place where I can imagine it and it's that feeling. It really evokes the feeling for me. So, yes. So, music right now that I have just been absolutely loving. Ain't It Fun by Paramore has just, I can't even imagine, like, I can't even like articulate to you exactly how much on it, like, and how often it is that I hear this song playing in my head when I wake up. It's just like I'm already in that mood. I'm like, ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Mm, 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 mm. Okay, I am already in that vibe, that mode, like as soon as I wake up because I really do love what I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love creating content. I do. I do. Sometimes it gets stressful and it's like, you know, but for the most part, I love it. So for me, it really is fun, and recording is my favorite part. Editing, not so much, although it's like okay. Um, so with Paramore's Ain't It Fun, I just for me, I've been loving the energy that it gets me in. It gets me hyped up, ready for the day. It is inspiring. I love the message, the lyrics. Um, and it's a constant reminder for me, I think, to like stay in that mode of just make it fun. Make it fun. And so as you'll see as we continue on with this channel, I'm gonna make it more and more fun. Like, so I want to almost like a Jenna Marbles feeling to it, but I'm not trying to be Jenna Marbles. Okay. There could never be another Jenna. Okay. um but how you remember how like nostalgic YouTube was? Like, I kind of want to bring that back. I don't know. I want to bring the fun to this little community that we're building. So Jenna would do like just whatever made her feel good for her vlogs, you know? And I like that. I don't want to put that kind of pressure on myself to like only do video essays or only do deep dives or only do this, you know, one form of content. I am a multifaceted person and being. And so I want to express all of that. And for me, I have also lived a very serious, I guess you would say like hard path or had a hard walk in life, like lots of lessons. Okay, so it's like I'm at this stage in life right now where it's just like I just want to have fun. I could care less, child. I want to have fun. And so that's where I am, and I love the feeling that I get when I hear Paramore's Ain't It Fun? It's just a reminder for me, child. So, you know. Just yeah, like I said, just a reminder to keep things fun, make it fun, and yeah, I don't know, not get too heady about it, like not get too much in my head about it. So there's that. Now the second song is one that they just recently released. I did do a reaction for it. So head on over to my other channel, A Black Woman's Perspective, if you'd like to see me react to Paramore's This Is Why. I did release that because typically music video reactions, those kind of things are behind the paywall. Because like I said, I don't want to like get pigeonholed into just being one type of YouTuber or only putting up one type of content, like one genre of content. Um, I want to be able to do whatever I want. Okay. And so, anyways, but for Patreon, additional bonus content over there is that we react to music videos and TV shows together. And a reaction that I did to Paramore's This Is Why, as well as Ari Lennox song POF. So I did release that on the Black Women's Perspective channel just because it gave additional context for the Kanye video that we did. So yeah. Otherwise, you know, I wouldn't have released it. But so This Is Why for me, child, that follows up Ain't It Fun? Because it's all the same kind of vibe for me, but This Is Why speaks more to, I think, like just is for me like a reminder to stay in my own lane. You know what I mean? Like stay in my own lane. Don't get caught up in looking at what's working well for other people, why it's not working for me. The comparison kind of thing. Like it's a good way to check myself and be like, you know what? Stay in your own lane. You know, and also as I'm navigating this space of understanding like everybody's gonna have something to say and not everybody's gonna like everything that you do, and that's okay. You know what I mean? Like they can do their own thing, have their opinions, and that's fine. That's not a value judgment on me, and so that is why I like This Is Why. That is such a good song. It's such a good song. So go on over there and see, you know, my little reaction I did or whatever. Okay, so So, the next song that is on the visualization, dance party kind of stuff is, it's not really dance party, more so on the visualization side, and that is No Ordinary Life by Matt Corby. And I don't remember if I've mentioned it before, but basically, it feels like the best way I can describe it is like Alice in Wonderland in a song, is how it feels to me, with the piano and the different notes it's hitting on the piano. Like crazy, crazy good, crazy good. It feels kind of like jelly beans too. I don't know why I associate that song with jelly beans, but like, I don't know. It's just something about the notes in the song. But essentially, I'm also thinking about for myself, right? Like, yeah, no, I don't want to not that I don't want an ordinary life. It's just I don't want to live the same thing that I've been living. I don't want to keep looping, as they say, like in the spiritual community. I want to keep moving forward, which will tie into another song that we do. I want to keep moving forward and just I want life to keep getting better. Does that make sense? And I want to get out of that phase of thinking like it's always going to be like this, or getting in these stagnant cycles that like I think of doing a project or and I table it and it doesn't go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like I'm really not there anymore. And so this song is a good reminder of that. Like you're not there anymore. Keep moving forward, and leave behind those trying hard times of like, having ideation moments, okay? And um thinking that there's nothing here or it's always going to be like this. You know what I'm saying? So it's a good reminder for me to just, I don't know, kind of like just be more in the feeling and the flow of life than being stuck in the past and thinking that everything is going to be like that. Does that make sense? I think I've said this in the seasonal depression video as well. It's just certain songs make me feel like that and think that way. And it's a good reminder to, I don't know, I guess also for me to be grateful for how far I have come, especially in my personal journey and my healing journey. So, yeah, yeah. Moving right along. So, the next song is, I can't even say the name on YouTube, child. Okay, I'm the Ish by Miss Tokyo Vanity. Now, I do Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reactions on Patreon or whatever. So, you know, that's actually where I heard this song from years ago because I've been watching Love and Hip Hop Atlanta since it first started, okay? But Miss Tokyo Vanity used to be on that show. And what for whatever reason, when I was recording my reaction to Ashley Graham on Vogue, for whatever reason, this song, I like heard it in my head when she was talking about her outfit. And I think it was like her fourth or fifth outfit or something. And I was just like, yeah, why don't I listen to that again? And I did. I actually did. Mid editing, I stopped and I started just dancing and like, yeah, ooh, I look good. Hey, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like just pumping myself up. Okay, period. So that song for me is just it's a way to pump myself up in the morning. That's it, just be like, look, you gotta remind yourself sometimes, like you that bit. Okay, don't ever let nobody tell you you're not that beat. Okay, so I just have to be reminding myself, okay, and that's what this song do for me. It's like, ooh, I look good, ooh, ooh, just that self love stuff. So, anyways, moving right along, then tying into that, which comes back around to the third song I mentioned, right? Was it the third song where I said I'll come back to that? Yeah, we're coming back full circle, babe. So on to better things. Okay. Okay. Solidified by Miss Sierra featuring Summer Walker, their song Better Things. I actually did a reaction to that as well on the Patreon. Okay. And that song is everything to me. It's everything to me. So I do be picturing like my fully actualized self and dream life when I hear this song. So I know it's more, I think almost, I don't know, it's kind of hard because in American society, almost every song is like related to love in some way. So I think it is more about like, you know, love relationships and leaving people who ain't good for you and you going on to better things, but also it's about life in general, just like moving on to better headspaces, better phases in life, like with the lessons you've gathered and learned. And that's what I think of when I hear this song. And I'll be like picturing my fully actualized self, like, you know, I'm so wise in the future. You know what I'm saying? So so yeah, that's what I picture. And I just picture like this whole thing paying off. Cause right now I know it'll be good for me in the long run. Do you know what I'm saying? As far as like feeling mentally aligned with my work, feeling respected. Cause like when you work for yourself, you know what I'm saying? Like you ain't gotta worry about people disrespecting you unless you just talking mean and sideways to yourself, you know. But just knowing like, okay, it's gonna pay off. And I've been around this block before, so I know that it takes time and hard work and all that to get into, which I may get into in a different video. I may tell y'all a little bit about my little story, whatever. So, yeah, you know, because I had left the space and now I'm back. Jump back. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, that's that. And it's just to me, it's a good vibe. It's just kind of reminds me of Ariana Grande's song with Victoria Monet, Monopoly. That's the same vibe I get with this song. It's like I don't know why that is the case, but it's the same vibe. I It takes me to the same exact place of like thinking of my life. Um, After this, like after I've put in the labor and the hard work and all that, where it just starts to pay off and I can kind of just, you know, relax a little bit more. That's what I'd be thinking of. So, yes, yes. And then the next song is Queen Space by Miss Ari Lennox featuring Summer Walker. And that one to me is just it's a whole mood. You know what I mean? It's like, because I really had to think about it. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'll get into that on Patreon. But this song to me is just queen energy, goddess energy. And I stay in that flow. I stay in that whole vibe, mood, and I love it. I love the feeling it gives me when I'm listening to this song. I am transported to like almost this golden bubble, and I'm in all gold. Okay. And I'm just like, this is my queen space, boom. Ain't nobody about to come up in here sideways, disrespecting, talking any kind of way, like, come correct. Okay. And that's where I go when I hear that song. Let me know if you do the same. Okay. Then the next song that I've been dancing to, more so to pump myself up, usually after I'm the ish with Tokyo Vanity, is Conceited by Flo Milli. And this is one of them songs where, again, you just got to hype yourself up. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just be like, look, today I may not feel like that beat, but I am. And you got to tell yourself, like, you look at yourself in the mirror and be like, and don't you ever forget it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you that book and don't you ever forget it. So that's how I feel with Conceited. Hey. And I just feel like it just gives additional little self love because she be mentioning the chocolate girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it just, it hits a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be doing a little one too. It's a good one. It's a good one. It's a good one. You know, when you like, you could just throw it back. Like, and speaking of throwing it back, my next one is Anita Involver. Okay. 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 Yeah, so when I saw the VMAs, that's actually what put me on to these songs, Conceited and Anita's song as well. So, but those are strictly dance party songs. You know what I'm saying? No visualization going on there. That's just harnessing goddess energy to working my little behind off. Okay. So working my heart out. Okay. And enjoying myself. That's it. That's all those two songs is for me, is to like hype myself up. Okay. So love that. And then I kind of feel the same way though about the next song, which is Baby Boo by Money Long featuring Sweetie. But I know I mentioned it, I think, in the seasonal depression video, but the version that I'm listening to now is the one they just recently released, which is Star One remix. Bro, bro, like that song's just a good vibe. It's just a good vibe. It's just like you think of good and happy days and sunny days, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I think of when I think of that. I also think of like the shopping excursions I want to go on when I, am at that financial freedom stage of life. That's what I think of. I think of like being able to hit the town, and looking all cute in my outfit or whatever. Okay. Because I am about being an ethical and wise consumer for sure. Okay, for sure. And I don't want to buy a lot of new things, like I want to get to the point where I don't have to do that. I can just buy seasonally for like everything in every aspect of life. Um, but I do want to picture myself doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like getting to that point where I don't have to do that. I do picture that. And the song ain't got nothing to do with that. The song is on some like love stuff, but look, certain things, certain beats, certain flows make me think of different things. So I don't know what to say about that. I don't know. Somebody, if you can explain it, explain it. Thank you. And so the last song that I want to mention here that I've been using for visualization is Hold Me Closer by Miss Britney Spears and Elton John. Because, child, did y'all also celebrate when that came out? Because we had a little moment on the Patreon live stream the week that came out. So, so good. And to be quite honest, I actually think of this song in the sense of like every single time I hear it, I just ask Spirit to hold me closer. Does that make sense? And I don't think that's what it was intended for, but I just think of like, I just say to Spirit, like, hold me closer, like, pull me near, keep me close, because I don't ever want to lose sight of that. So, because I really honestly have made it this far because of Spirit, to be quite honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I be thinking of yeah, when I hear this song. For me, I feel like Hold Me Closer would be better if I sat down on my little meditation poof and like took it all in. You know what I'm saying? I could really allow my imagination to take me there. I think of when I do hear it and I'm not sitting down, I think of like being on a cloud um, and like overlooking my life and like overlooking all the things, like just the world moving, and I'm just like getting closer and closer to Spirit, you know what I'm saying, and closer to my higher self. In fact, I actually see like my higher self sitting next to me on the cloud. So I don't know, that's what I be thinking of when I hear Hold Me Closer by Britney Spears and Mr. Elton John. I don't know if, again, that was the intended purpose. But that is what I think of. And I just think that's, for me, it's a healthy way to just reconnect with myself and to not lose sight of like my spiritual being, my spiritual nature. So, yeah, I like that. I like that. So that is that. And I mean, it serves as a really good dance party too. You can't get mad at that. So, but that is that. That is going to wrap up this mindfulness tools I'm currently loving. Now, I do want to invite you to join me in a seasonal in affirmations for seasonal depression, which is going to be coming out hopefully around this time because uh, you could thank my therapist for that. to be quite honest. We're kind of talking about recognizing my cycles and understanding that I'm coming up at a time where seasonal depression can kind of start to sink in. And I said, I did create affirmations for myself and I made it into like a podcast episode. And they were like, oh, great, wonderful. That's awesome because normally people don't start working on their seasonal depression until after they're in it. And so that really inspired me to release the episode early. So you're going to see over there on that channel, which I'm not saying the name over here, but I'll put a little iCard for you. Okay. Um, and it'll be linked in the description box, I guess. Okay. um, so yeah, so it inspired me to release it earlier than what I originally had it planned for. I think it was going to release in like December or something. And I was like, you know what? No, I'll move it up because that is a good point. Usually we don't start working on things until we're in it. But if we can, get ahead of it and be proactive, not reactive, okay, then why not do that? So I'm like, okay, then I'll release it early. So I will go ahead and link that for y'all. So join me in those affirmations. That is what I be telling myself when I start to feel seasonal depression creep up. And it's not just for seasonal depression or seasonal affective disorder. It's also for like if you just feel like you're in a new season of life and you're not adjusting to it well, or you want to inspire and motivate yourself to adjust to it a little bit better or figure out ways you can do that. That is what that episode is for. So it's just like, because I've had that too, many of seasons in life where it's like, I am not getting it. Like I am having a really hard time adjusting to all the different changes right now. So it could also just be for that as well. So feel free to join me in that if you would like. Now, like I said, things is going to be a little different. Like it was supposed to be episode 23, but it's episode 22 now. So I'm not going to be changing that on the actual video, just in title, which is something that I'm fighting against myself to want to go back and rip down what I've already done, built up and re-upload and do all that. Like, no, I'm not about to do that just so it can say episode 23 on the little thing in the corner, like it's just the things that I'm learning about myself and like, working better, being better about it, I guess. Not taking on so much of the perfectionist in me. So, or enabling that in me. So yeah, join me over there if you would like to. And I hope it helps because this is around the time of year that seasonal depression starts to sink in for some people. I know that the holidays are hard for some people. It's not a good time, and or it could just be a hard time having to be around family and things like that. So yeah, I just wanted to put that little nugget out there. And if you would like to have a mindfulness tool yourself, then that is available to you if you would like it. So that is that on that. That's going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Okay, y'all want to join in on the sign off? Okay. So until the next one, take care of yourself, others, and the planet. Bye. So, yeah, hold on. I don't hear our music. What's going on? Where's the music at? Okay, there we go. It's always something with the music, child. Moving on. Hold on. I need to change this fan. For some reason, it's really blowing my hair in my face right now. And it wasn't doing that earlier. And it's tickling the heck out of me. Okay. Okay. So we're back.